This is HomeLink 10.5, Matching Units of Measure for Grade 3 Everyday Math. Today our class explored units of capacity: cups, pints, quarts, gallons, millimeters, and liters. For the list below, your child should choose an appropriate unit for measuring each item. Some of the items refer to capacity, but units of length, weight, area, and volume are also included. Do not expect your child to know all of the units. Remind your child that square units refer to area measurement, and cubic units refer to volume measurement. Fill in the oval to mark the unit best used to measure each object. So we have the height of a chair. Is it a mile, an inch, or a pound? Well, we're talking about height, so it can't be pound, because that would be the weight of the chair. Okay, I don't know any chairs that are 1 mile high, so it should be in inches for that. Next, the weight of a penny. So we're talking about weight, so we're looking for weight measurements. A pound, an inch, or a gram. An inch is not a weight measurement. For the weight of a penny, a pound would be a very heavy penny, so it would just be grams. Next, the area of a football field. Would we measure it in square inches, square yards, or cubic meters? Cubic meters is if we have a big box or something, then we would measure cubic meters. So it has to be square inches or square yards because that's the area. Square yards is more reasonable for a football field because if we're measuring in inches, we're going to be measuring for a while. It will be much more tiny than yards. The perimeter of your journal. Do we want to measure it in kilometers, gallons, or centimeters? Well, gallons is not a length measurement, and perimeter is length. So it has to be either kilometers or centimeters. A kilometer would be a very big journal about the size of a street. Okay, so it's going to be centimeters. You can use a ruler to measure that. The diameter of a dinner plate. That's either going to be in feet, cubic centimeters, or inches. Cubic centimeters is not for length. That's for volume. We'd have to be filling up something. So it's either in feet or inches. We'll measure a dinner plate in inches, most likely. And feet would have to be quite a big dinner plate, like a very big platter or something, but it's also probably measured in inches. Next, the amount of juice in a carton. It's either going to be a meter, a quart, or a square liter. This one's kind of tricky. We know it's not meter because that's distance. It's actually a quart because that's how we measure liquids. We can also measure liquids in liters, but not square liters. Okay, so that was just sort of a tricky question. It should be quarts. About how much water could you drink in one day? Alright, so this is about, well, 1 cup. You could probably drink more than a cup. 1 milliliter, that's just like a tiny drop of water. You could certainly drink more than a tiny drop of water. 1 liter, that's about the size of one of the 1 liter bottles of soda. Okay, a liter bottle of soda, or if you have a 2 liter bottle of soda, it would be like half of that you could drink. Okay, or 1 gallon. And that's like, you know, you have a gallon of milk in your fridge. That's about the size of a gallon of milk. How much water could you drink in a day? Well, you could probably drink a gallon in a day. It might be a lot of water, but you could drink probably a gallon. Alright, so that's would be the answer to that. Alright, now we're going to do multiplication at the bottom. And I'm going to do the traditional algorithm first, and then maybe one other. 4 times 5 is 20. Down the 0, carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So 140 should be the answer. I'll also do the lattice method, since a lot of you like to do that. And just draw the lattice out, and it's going to be 35. Oh, actually, I don't even need the bottom. Times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. And then 4 times 3 is 12. And then just add it together. So it will be 0, 4, 1. So 140, also the answer to that. I confused it a little bit because I drew an extra line. Alright, 62 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, these will seem quite easy compared to some of the multiplication that we've already worked on. So here's the lattice, 62 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 186. We don't even have to add. It's right there. Whoops. Okay. And then next, 2 times 7 is 14. Down the 4, carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 0. 3 times 7 is 21. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And we add those together. This should be 864. And we will try the lattice method. And this time we do have to draw the double rows of the lattice because it has 2 double-digit problems. So 27 times 32. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 2 is 4. So then we have 4 and 6 and 8. The answer is 864. Alright, so this is homework 10.5, matching units of measure.